So in this one, what we're going to do is just make a copy of our ground floor, make some adjustments to the room positions, some of the wall positions, the doorways, and we'll just basically reshape that layout. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is just drag this back down, and I'm going to come back over to the layers tab, and I'm just going to switch off the camera layer. I'm going to press 7 for top view and just zoom in here. I'm going to press B and just box select all of this ground floor, and I'm going to move it to layer 6. So if I come over to layer 6, I can just rename this to ground floor plan and press enter, and I can just move selected objects to this layer. Now I'm going to switch this back on for a moment, and what I might do is press Shift D to make a copy and right click, and in layer 7 I'm going to rename this to first floor plan and press enter, and I can move that object to that selected layer. Okay, with that I'm going to switch off the visibility of the ground floor plan, and I'm going to switch back on the first floor plan, and I need to make a couple of adjustments to this. Okay, obviously the rooms are going to be different, so for this one it's going to be a bedroom, so I'm just going to zoom in here and tab into edit mode, just rename this to bedroom, tab back to object mode, and I can just make a couple of adjustments. So it's not going to be a garage here anymore. This is also going to be a bedroom, and I'll change the utility room to a bathroom. This will not be a living room, this is going to be a balcony area. And obviously this is not going to be a kitchen, this is going to be another bedroom. And I'm going to come back to object mode and just move this into position. Okay, there's some adjustments to be made then to the doors. So what I'm going to do is select these, tab in here, just press A to deselect. I'm going to hover the mouse and select the ones that I want to delete, and it's going to be these ones, obviously the front and back door. I'm going to remove the door from this side. I'm going to remove the door here. It'll just be a large glass door. Okay, and with those selected, I'm going to press delete and choose vertices. If I come back to object mode, I'm going to select this wall. I'm going to tab into edit mode, and I can select this here and press delete and face. I'm going to switch to vertex selection, zoom in here, just shift select both of these, alt M and merge at last, and the same thing here, select these, alt M and merge at last. Okay, I can do the same thing here. I can select both these vertices, press X and choose vertices. I'm going to select this and this, alt M and merge them at last. Okay, so I can do the same thing again, alt M, merge at last. Press A to deselect. So we're going to have a large glass door here eventually, so I'm just going to leave this as it is for the moment. Okay, over here I'm going to select these two and just delete the vertices, and again merge these two guys here, and the same thing over here. Select these, delete them, and alt M and merge these at last. Okay, so this wall here no longer needs to be here, so I'm going to switch to face, select this face, press X and choose faces. What I am going to have is this extending over here. So what I might do is switch again to vertex, select these two vertices, press Shift D, just right click, I can press GX, and the width of the door is 1 meter, so I'm going to press 1, press enter, select these two and just press F. Okay, so that's going to be a wall there. We're going to have a doorway here. And actually, what I might do is get rid of these verts here. Press X and choose vertices. And the same thing here. There's no real need for that. So X and vertices. Okay, so up here, I want to make a doorway over here. So I'm just going to select these 4 verts, press X and choose faces. And from here, I'm just going to press E, Y, and just snap it out to that length there. I can press EY again and snap it to here, and I can select these two and just press F and fill them. So what I might do is just delete this opening now, select 4 verts, X, and choose faces. Okay, so that's the configuration really. It's going to be a railing for the stairs here. It's going to be a landing here. So I think that's more or less it. Actually, this is not going to be a bedroom, so I'm just going to change this. This is going to be a living room type of space. Just change that, not too important. Okay, so I'm going to select the doors tab in here. Just going to hover the mouse and press L on these, Shift D. Just right click. I'm going to mirror these, so Control M, X, Enter, and I can just drag this over here, zoom in, and GX and snap that back there. Okay, I can press Shift D, just drag this down here, left click. I can rotate -90, press Enter. I'm going to mirror this, so Control M, X, Enter, and just move it into position up here. So G, Y, and drag this across. And what I probably do need to do is add an extension here, slide extension. So what I might do is tab back to object mode, select this wall. I'm not going to come out as much. I'm going to press EX 0.08 would be plenty. And I need to move this over now to the very same. So GX 0.08. And I can come back here now, select this, tab back in here, just drag this over and just place it somewhere like this. The other thing I need to do, if I come back to object mode, I'm going to select this here, tab into edit mode. I can actually select these four and these four up here and press X and choose faces. This needs to be a wall. So I'm going to come back to object mode, select our wall, select these four verts and just press X, choose vertices. I can select, actually I can select these now and press X also. And I can actually delete this. It's going to be one complete section. So again, I can select these, press X, select these four and just press F. And again, we're going to have glass coming across here. So I'm just going to leave that as it is for the moment. I'm going to do the same thing with this here. I'm going to select these, tab into edit mode. I can just box select this stuff and press X, choose vertices. And now come back to object mode, select this area, and I can come in here and delete these and then join this up as a wall. So with these selected, press F and fill them. And I can do the same thing over here. So select these, press X, vertices, and I can just fill this area here. It's going to be a wall. Press A to deselect. I'm going to box select this stuff and I'm going to drag it over. I'm going to just change the distance. So I want this about 150. So if I get a segment here, again, I'm going to select these four. I can come over to the precision and just increase that a little bit. Just press G and X. So something like 0.15 and left click. Okay, so I'm going to come back to object mode. I'm actually going to get rid of these dimensions, don't need them. Okay, and this is actually not going to be wanted. So what I might do is select this, come back in here. With these selected, I can press EX, snap them over to here. EX again, snap them there. Select these four now and fill them. Okay, if I come back to object mode, I'm going to select this section. Just hover the mouse on it, press L and press X and vertices. So this is going to be a low wall that continues around with a railing on it. That's more or less the layout for our first floor. A little bit of adjusting, but I think that's going to do it for this one.